The advertisement sucks. It stinks out loud. This guy is supposed to be disruptive, a me guy, somebody who blows up a locker room. But have you ever seen an advertisement be more off? And I've never seen someone be more of a calming influence on a basketball team than Jimmy Butler. My God, I'm an idiot. Dude.
What happened?
Well, I watch the NBA every night, and I have no idea, after all these years, that this is Jimmy Butler. I have never in my life ever experienced a human being more opposite of what I told he was going to be, ever. Ever.
Right.
Like, even back in high school when everybody's a moron. Oh, boy, this guy, like, you know what I mean? And you know, teachers talk to other teachers. Oh, watch out for this kid.
Exactly.
Because this kid, right?
You got Jimmy Butler in your class?
The advertisement sucks. It stinks out loud. This guy is supposed to be disruptive. He's supposed to be a me guy, a malcontent, somebody who blows up a locker room. Like, by the way, if it happens 2 years from now, ready? Who cares? I don't even think any of them are going to be playing 2 more years from now, to be honest with you. But have you ever seen an advertisement be more off? And I bought the advertisement. I was here to tell you, when they acquired him, that was a mistake. That doesn't feel like the right move. And I've never seen someone be more of a calming influence on a basketball team than Jimmy Butler. It's a match made in absolute heaven, and I missed every piece of it.
Yeah, and I think that we all bought into the, quote, advertisement, which is what the media, the national media, or in this case, the Miami media has said about a player. And it's a little bit like Buddy Hield, not completely similar, but, you know, we all heard about Buddy and, beware of Buddy. And then the first 2 or 3 weeks, it was like, you guys are wrong about Buddy. This guy's amazing. All he does is score. Right. And then Buddy kind of came back to earth, and it's like, yeah, maybe you were right about Buddy, inconsistent. But with Jimmy, I do think that the press clippings were more about the bad than they were about the good, because you're not going to hear about, you know, Jimmy Butler as a good, solid player. Like you heard about him in Miami where, yeah, they were in the play-in and they went to the NBA Finals and Jimmy Butler was the best player. So there was that. But I do think that of late, the media was malcontent, forcing his way out, skipping practices, missing flights, middle finger, calling his Minnesota teammates out and all the rest of it. I don't think that is the totality, obviously, of who Jimmy was as a player.
No, not at all. Jimmy Butler is about Jimmy Butler. Well, I mean, maybe to a degree, aren't we all? You know what I mean?
Of course.
I didn't wake up today and worry about you. You're an adult.
Oh,
you can take care. No, you can take care of yourself.
And cut that too.
No, but like, you know what I mean? We're going to come here and we're going to do this. Outside of that, you can take care of yourself.
Right. And I worry about you when I need to worry about you, and you worry about me when you need to, like if something's, you know, amiss or something's off kilter. But you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
in general.
Jimmy Butler worries about, I mean, I don't know to what level he goes home thinking about pods or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Jimmy Butler has not been selfish on any front. This'll sound like no big deal, and I know, for $55 million, I'll be somebody's Robin. Yeah, right, understood. I understand that part of it. But I do think there's something to be said in the NBA culture when so many people think they're a one who aren't. You know, sorry for the stray, but Jordan Poole, for example.
That's a stray.
So many people who think they're a one and you're not. Okay, John Morant? There's a lot of you out there. And then those people have a hard enough time becoming twos. This guy has proven that he's a one. And he is knowingly and purposefully come here to be a two. That gets points for me. I like that. And I don't think that's just something that you can snap your fingers and do in the NBA culture. There's not that many guys out there who have proven that they can be a 1 at this level. And how many of them would knowingly and purposefully sign up for being a 2?
Depends on who is the one.
And do it well.
Right. And I do think that it takes the individual, and you're right, and Jimmy Butler clearly is cut to be that. And I don't want to have Kevin Durant catch a stray, but I don't think that Kevin Durant is as built to be a 2 as Jimmy Butler. And KD came here and he was not a 2. He was a 1A or a 1B or whatever you want to call him. But Jimmy Butler comes here and he's like, yeah, if I'm the 2, if this is me being the 2, 42 minutes and getting 19 shots and scoring 25 points, then fine. That man is Batman. Batman comes out of nowhere, and that's what Steph does.
I think it's this one.
Like I always say, Batman comes out of nowhere. You never see him coming, then he just falls from the sky, from a building, behind the door, and does some incredible things, man. He's going to be the reason that we do win it all. We all know that, but we got to protect him at all costs.
Ooh, that's okay. That's on TNT.
That's the reason that we do win it all.
That's the reason we're going to win it all.
He comes out behind a door, out of nowhere, from up above, and if you think about all the Batman movies you've seen, and yeah, Batman just like, he comes out of nowhere.
I don't know if the Warriors are going to win it all. They've played one playoff game, so I don't know if they're going to win it all, but here's what I am convinced of. They think they are. And you may be like, well, of course, Draymond said that months ago. Right, on national TV, moments after the trade, somewhat for effect. So that one didn't hit me the same as last night did. The whole thing started, you have to do what a road team does in game 1, which is just weather your first quarter storm. Look how many teams were sort of unable to do that. And then even if you did, if you weathered that storm, could you then weather the fourth quarter storm? I'm looking at you, Detroit Pistons. You weathered the first half, and then you did your thing, and then you got all the way down to winning time, and you just hit a wall. But 2 road teams won. Both of them trailed at the end of the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, they walked out on the court and went, all right, watch this. And they flew into double-digit leads immediately and then held them. I know the Warriors got challenged, but they then held them. That means a lot to me. Those 2 wins by Minnesota and the Warriors are clearly more impressive and better wins than anybody else got this weekend. And I don't know who believes, but I believe they believe. That's step 1, isn't it?
No doubt. And of course they believe, because they're 37, 35, and 35, and they've got 4 titles, and 2 finals appearances, carrying a team that was mostly undermanned. And so Jimmy Butler, I do believe, believes in himself and now this team. And you play with Steph and Draymond. How do you not have that belief? And you play for Steve and alongside Kevon and the rest of it. And you watch the way they've gone about it. And you mentioned it, even though the game started out really unevenly and Şengün dunks on Draymond and the crowd's into it and you're down 8. Of course, it's 13-5. Who cares?
As expected.
The game's not over.
Yep.
Yes, as expected. But at the same time, it's like, okay, this is where we need to, shore it up, and you go into the second quarter still down, and then you exert your will, and next thing you know, you're up 23, and you realize that they're going to make a run, and they did, and you held them off. Houston never tied it up. I mean, they got within 3. With right. 2 minutes to go, but even when they got within 3, I was feeling a little bit nervous, but I wasn't feeling like, oh no, they're going to lose this game. It was a little bit nervy.
Thought crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But I still felt the whole time like at all moments you're like, look, you'd still look at the scoreboard, look at the situation. You'd rather be the Warriors in this series. The Rockets are the one. If you think this feels scary to the Warriors, what does it feel like to the Rockets? Because they're still trailing. They're still on their home floor. They're still 22 years old. They've never won a playoff game in their lives. And I'm not confident that next weekend they'll be able to say that they have. I'm not calling a sweep, but I'm not 100% confident that it won't be. I don't know. We'll see. I'd probably still bet against it, but I certainly, any chance that I thought Houston had in this series is flickering. at best. I think they had to have that game, and they did not get it, and it was firm enough of a message that they understand that, it wasn't really that close in the grand scheme.
I mean,
they were thoroughly beaten.
But it was that close because they were able to cut it to 3. Yeah. And so by the very nature of it being, and it was a clutch game, I believe, because it was.
Of course it was. Yeah, 3-point game. 3-point game.
Well, actually, it was a 3-point game before the 5-minute mark, so it actually doesn't go down as a clutch game.
Well, but it only needs to be like a 5-point game, right?
Yeah, it was 7 points at the 5-minute mark.
And never got closer?
7, 9, 8, 7, 4. There it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Van Vliet.
I'm pretty sure
finally made a bucket.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard Tim Roy say on the after broadcast that it was a clutch game. And so there's another one.